Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 250 of the Camcast.
Hey, quarter century.
I know, we've been doing this for a minute. Yep, the podcast that is, eating pizza with some new friends.
Oh, heck yeah. Hello
Yep.
there.
There we go.
And some old but
Yeah.
not here very frequently friends.
I know,
Sorry.
what the hell.
You're still somehow here more often than Brandon.
Yeah, how
which
does that work?
Weird. I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, I'm down here and actually in the light. And now that I'm looking at this, Tyler, you are currently off camera, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
No one can see me.
Exactly.
Probably the good thing.
You'll be the voice of doom.
Doesn't matter.
Just play the ASMR.
Doesn't matter. We can hear you, and that's the most important thing. Anyway, I am Mike, dear leader, dog taste, leader of men, herder of cats, orderer of pizza, cleaner of a basement, and at the moment, I am the only regular panelist here. But it's okay, because I'm here with somebody who has not only done this podcast a few times before, but is currently doing his own podcast. It is the one, the only, the shadowy billionaire himself, Trent Bray.
Ahoy hoy, and I can say that because Dave is not here. Screw you, Dave.
Dave's not here. Gavin's not here. Nobody's here.
Yeah.
Right. Weird.
Anyway, Dave is on his way. He will be barging in at some point because I've always wanted him to just kind of barge in on one of these things. Barge in on his own podcast.
Yeah, when you hear the loud clanging and banging around, Dave has arrived. That's when you know.
I have written
Yeah,
out a scene
much.
where we are recording a podcast and you hear one of these windows open and then you hear something fall and there's a pause. We say, "Hi, Dave,"
And then he
and
just calls through.
and then off mic you just hear, "Hey guys."
He's like, what are we
Joey,
gonna
you got to put
LS
on the
today?
headphones to get the full experience.
Yeah, get up. Yeah, put on the headphones to hear yourself chewing. Which, by the way,
Oh, is it
Chirp.
is it picking that up?
oh yeah, there is one person who is listening to this and he is hating this right now.
Like, fuck you guys.
Is it Dave?
No, it is
No.
not Dave.
Love you, Chirp.
Yep, it is our good buddy Chirp, the one and only. Anyway, so we are joined by the Shugenja racing crew. We have the one, the only, the staple of the drift community,
Thank you.
the Sen Samurai himself, Admiral Funbags.
Oh, konnichiwa.
There we
How
go.
are you guys doing? Very good, very good. Okay, very nice. I shall go enjoy my cheese stick.
There we go. And I don't know either of these guys, but it's Tyler and Joey down at the end of the table. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Sorry if I normally have something more, but
No, you're fine. We're the partners of owning Shugenja Racing.
okay. And before we get going, where can we find you guys and your cheeky shenanigans and your delightful business on
Not on
the
YouTube, that's for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, we do have social media. We have Instagram, Facebook. We're in the works of maybe doing some YouTubing. We'll see
Okay.
what happens. There's a lot on our plate as of right now, but our shop's located in West Valley, Salt Lake border, off of 201. It's 4220 West, 2100 South, Suite E.
Nice.
There's just a lot of cool things going on
Nice.
around there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually a really good location, especially on the way to the track. So
Oh yeah, that's a pretty proper spot to be in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're right down the street from Rally Sport Direct. So
Nice.
that's honestly the best way to find us.
hell
a
yeah.
lot of street spots.
So many street spots, you and your damn kids.
Tons.
We do not endorse or condone street drifting, but then again, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, sorry, disclaimer.
By street spots, you mean food truck locations,
yeah.
right?
There we go. Perfect.
Wink,
Perfect.
wink, hint, hint.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Thank you.
Mexico.
All right. Anyway, now I got to do. Man, I just realized exactly how hard I made this for Zach.
Oh, yeah?
How
Or-
hard have you made it?
So it's a little bit annoying, but it's okay because I'm the one who kind of did this. So this podcast, the Camcast, the one that we've been doing for 250 episodes,
How?
I don't know, but it is available wherever you get your podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. Like, rate, review, share with your friends. Let me know if Google Play is being dumb because it's always being dumb.
Yeah, I've noticed that with my podcast as well. Google Play, it just never consistently goes there.
Yeah, Google Play is awful, but it's
Yeah, it
yet another
sucks.
place for people to listen. So maybe get something better. I don't know.
Just do Spotify.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have an Android, just do Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify's great. You can listen.
Spotify's where to go, dude.
Oh yeah. Feel free to bring that mic in and use your microphone voice.
Well, I'm eating right now. And
I mean, listen, man, I want you to drink that whole bottle of Mountain Dew, and I just want to see what happens.
Dude, no, don't send them on that road.
Everybody's shaking their head, but like, hey, man, I've got the rest of the day free, so I'm here for
He still has to
Hey.
work with us.
I'm here for content. I will bring him back once he finally crashes.
All right, fair enough.
There it is. I'll just dump them in front of the shop.
Come on.
Ooh,
It's all right.
crisp.
If you are currently seeing this, one, how's the lighting looking? Because that is kind of key. We've got one set of fluorescent lights working, which is nice. But we've also got that LED light over there, providing much, much more light. I think Zach will be pleased. Yes, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Dab it up.
Right, dab.
Yeah, so it's nice that we have lighting. But if you're actually seeing this, that means you are one of our patrons and therefore a member of our Super Secret Shenanigans Facebook group, which you can join by kicking us $5 a month on Patreon.
Hell yeah.
Go to patreon.com/camautomag. Subscribe at any dollar amount you like. It helps us out tremendously, but $5 gets you into the Facebook group, gets you stuff like this, gets you other bonus content that I've been slacking on. I am sorry, but
Oh, wait,
don't
so
worry.
only the patrons can see this one?
Only the patrons can see this one.
Ah,
But
gotcha.
yeah, don't worry. It's not like super locked down. So if somebody were to say bootleg, like share the link someplace else, like straight up bootleg this, one, I want you to, in all caps, when you share the link, put bootleg in front of it, just so I know. I'm not going to kick you out. I just want to know.
I mean, we don't have to strip or anything for the patrons, do we?
No, we don't.
Okay, that's good.
Nope.
It's a peep show.
No, don't worry. It's
Just wait till that Mountain Dew hits.
You don't have
I haven't even
to,
drinking
but
it yet.
yeah, you don't have to. However, just saying. Anyway,
who
So-
invited this guy?
I did.
He is making all the noises.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to talk about something. He was our MC for Extra Life, and hopefully we're going to have him back
Thank
as
you.
MC for this year's Extra Life, which is going to be a little bit different, and Kit's going to have a lot more to do.
Yeah, if Gavin did not see that, which I doubt he did, I just
Oh,
got
yeah.
a double flip off there. That's
Yeah.
the Gavin move. So.
Kit gave him the double bird.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It's
Anyway,
like the OG days.
while you're out there throwing your hard-earned money around on the internet, how about you head over to our friends at Steady Broke Clothing, steadybroke.com, at SteadyBroke on their social media. Got a whole bunch of really awesome stuff, really affordable stuff. I wore my 2 Steady Broke shirts back-to-back this week, my Broke AF block tee and the Depresso tee. Wore those back-to-back. Owner of my company saw me in both of them, gave me a weird look.
Wait, why?
Oh, that's a clothing brand.
It's a clothing brand,
I
yeah.
thought that was
Steady
a point in life.
No.
We're just going to talk about.
Listen, man, we're all there. Our buddy Tommy has just decided to capitalize on it. So,
Gotcha.
Smart.
Okay.
yep. So head over to
Capitalizing everything.
steadybroke.com. Use coupon code CAMAUTO15 at checkout and save 15% on your entire order. Just because you're broke doesn't mean you can't live your dreams. Steadybroke.com. And then also, while you're out there buying some sweet, sweet merchandise, check out ours. CamAutoSwag.com. We got all sorts of stuff.
And as a special sneak peek for the Patreon people right now,
Uh-oh.
yes,
Trent's gonna show
I'm
us his
taking my
nipples.
clothes off.
Oh.
Show your
Oh,
Got
chest.
yeah.
the cam shirt on.
Yep. He's got the cam shirt on.
This automatically beats it, though.
I mean, that's okay.
No.
Kobe.
Damn.
Yes.
Rip. Listen, me and Trent are of at least that generation where every time we'd throw something at anything,
Oh, still do.
Yeah.
You got to keep the memories alive.
you gotta yell
Sign of
Kobe.
respect.
Gotta yell Kobe. Doesn't matter. And it's even better if you miss it like 14 times in a row.
Yeah.
Just that's full on Kobe. Anyway, CamAutoSwag.com, that is where you go to get your official Cam Auto merchandise, hats, shirts, phone cases still. I gotta get a new phone so I can get a Cam phone case.
You should.
Still focused?
Listen, I've got an OG iPhone SE. Like the case isn't small enough. That's a problem. Anyway,
Do you only have the cases for the generic phones, or do you have them for all the weird ones too?
we've got the iPhone, we got the
We've-
Galaxy.
We've got the Samsung Galaxy and then the iPhones.
Oh man, I got that One Plus. I need one for the One Plus.
I'm sorry.
All right.
It's the McLaren edition, right? No.
Perfect.
No,
Alright.
it's not the McLaren edition.
No, then,
Anyway.
then we don't
I'm
want
too
your
broke.
kind here.
I'm too broke for that. Sorry.
Anyway, that is over at CamAutoSwag.com. That is where you go. So,
Really?
Joey is exercising
Really?
nonverbal communication.
I just put the mic in front of my face. All right, fine.
This is great.
Have we offered food to our other guests?
I got her some.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
he is.
Excellent.
Yep,
yeah.
She's been fed.
Yep, he has been over there. I've been watching him ferry food over. It has been.
Oddly enough,
Dorito
I've been
chip.
watching our live stream
What?
while
Yeah,
I'm
that-
talking.
Yeah, it is a weird thing. Trust me.
Like I don't know what Kit's doing unless I see it on the live stream the screen that I'm looking at.
What?
Like,
It is always fun.
yeah.
Checking in with
Hey,
chat.
hey,
Nobody's
you knocked
chatting.
it off.
Whatever.
Sorry.
All right, guys. Let me pull up the agenda
Psych you out.
on my end here.
Yes.
So, no new patrons. Catching up with everybody. Trent,
I wish
what
I
the
could
hell
read
have
that.
you been up to? Because it's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Really?
I went to Legoland with my kids.
Oh,
and
you went
family.
to Legoland? Ah,
So jelly.
Man, it was fantastic, and I highly recommend for anyone age 12 and under to go to Legoland.
Okay. What about us?
Yeah, what about people?
Well,
we're grown men.
I remember Legoland as a kid. It was so bad.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was the worst land ever.
Well, just tell us how you feel.
Shit.
I don't remember. I was a kid. I just remember it sucked.
okay.
Damn. All right.
Well, he has negative memories of it. I have
It's
very
'cause I was
positive
short,
memories
so-
of it.
Well, this is the
We're
person that
short.
thinks Too Fast, Too Furious is the best Fast and
Oh,
Furious
don't
movie.
get into that.
First
Oh.
10 minutes of the movie are literally the best 10 minutes in a movie.
It doesn't make up for the whole movie. Is shit,
It
dude.
does,
It doesn't.
though.
It
Damn.
doesn't.
It's better than the first Fast and Furious.
No, the first one is amazing. You got to stop with your bullshit thinking.
There's no way. What do you guys think?
Listen, I'm just not a fan of the entire franchise.
Thank
so
you. Okay, that's a better.
As there's the
agreement.
Fast 9 coming out. Oh
I know
my
the
God.
trailer came out, and I've just
I could have seen John Cena anywhere.
like, I mean, I've been
Come on.
like,
Come on.
I am learning so much about this trailer. Right, you could just tell me any like wild, ridiculous bullshit about the Fast 9 trailer.
They got a
and I'll
Fiero.
believe you.
They got a Fiero with a rocket strapped to it.
Damn. Okay, now you're selling me on it. All right.
Oh, God damn.
You knew that they had to put that in the trailer to get any just generic car guy to actually go watch it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, just any dude. All right. Well, there we go. So you went to Legoland,
Yeah, Legoland.
enjoyed it.
Yes, very much so. Got the wifey a new car.
Nice.
Ooh, what car?
Pontiac
a-
Fiero.
2020 Honda Pilot Touring.
Oh, how's it?
Okay.
She loves it.
She loves the
All right.
space.
Well, we came from a Yukon, but so it's actually smaller. So.
Uh-oh.
Is that
Uh-oh.
Dave?
the
Somebody's
dog.
coming barging down in.
Hey,
said rocket strapped to a Fiero.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
hey, Dave, guess what?
was
Ahoy,
his-
hoy, boy.
That was his opening line.
Hey,
There it is.
Look at that. He's representing.
There it is. Steady
Oh, yeah.
broke, baby. What up?
Steady Brog.
Hi, Dave.
I told you the
This is
clanging
hot.
and
That
the
is yours.
banging.
The
The
clanging
Dave
and
has
the
arrived.
Sorry, all the windows were locked, so I had to come in the front door.
The front door that is always unlocked.
Kick in the
Right.
window next
You
time,
legit
Dave.
stumbled down
exactly.
There we go.
Exactly. Ah,
It is.
God, that's great.
It is almost as I imagined it. Yep.
Ah,
All right.
I got winded by stumbling. Excuse me.
The first thing you immediately said here was, who mentioned a rocket strap Fiero? And I was like, this man. He's seen the trailer. Now, we got to just describe it more accurately because I can't find John Cena anywhere. They mentioned him, but I don't find him anywhere. Seriously.
Pot shot.
Damn.
Speaking of pot shots, you guys hear Kobe Bryant died? Man, that just
Yeah.
like fell straight out of the air, right?
Dude,
Ooh.
that's my favorite player of all time. Dude, his daughter. The
Every time a helicopter's crashing from now on, I'm yelling, Kobe.
oh,
Damn.
too soon.
Never soon enough.
No, it's not soon enough, dude. I mean,
Man, of all the times to not have the soundboard.
dude, his daughter.
Seriously.
Wait, hold on. I've got this.
Oh, what?
God damn! Pew, 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 pew.
There we go.
God damn. God damn.
God damn!
Dave's been here for a minute and he's already made
Wow.
his presence felt.
Yes.
It's fucking Dave.
Like, goddamn. Alrighty. Well, I think we've done enough
It's
catching
fucking
up.
Scoots over here.
We've done enough catching up. We've already
Daddy
promoted
rats.
our guests already, so we're gonna get back to them in a minute. But right now, let's talk about some news
Yes.
because there's some news.
We have news things.
Gets right into the news.
Yep.
Apparently, Lawrence Stroll has a lot more money than I knew. I knew he's a billionaire, but still.
but he's like a fucking billionaire.
Right.
There's a billionaire, and then there's a fucking billionaire, and he's a
Right.
fucking billionaire.
Wait,
how,
so
how
I'm-
many F1 teams does he want to buy? That
Well,
he wants to take over Bernie, right? Doesn't he? At this
He's
point.
gonna have to start eating babies if he's gonna take over Bernie Eccleston's
Okay,
spot.
yeah.
Wait, why
I don't
would
think
eating
he's there
babies
yet.
equate to that?
Because Bernie Eccleston is evil.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
He's
Absolutely.
pure evil.
That's how he regains his energy, you know?
He's pure evil. Fight me on it.
He just shits bones. God damn.
Anyway, oh man, whoever is in the agenda right now is the anonymous blobfish.
You're welcome.
The anonymous blood.
Amazing. Well, anyway,
Yeah, so
Daddy's-
Lawrence Stroll, yes.
Yeah, Daddy Stroll, he and a cadre of other investors led by, the Canadian billionaire, are buying up a big-ass chunk of Aston Martin in an attempt to save it. Yeah, Aston Martin had a really messy IPO launch last year, so they need cash. And apparently Daddy Stroll is the man to bring it.
Yeah, they actually canceled the Rapide E,
Yeah.
their electric car. They were only going to make 100 of them, but they don't have enough money because they're
It was called
launching
the
the
Rapide?
DBX.
Yeah, the Rapide E.
DBX.
Yep.
I
So
always just call it the Rapide.
No,
I love
so
it.
they had the Rapide, and then they had the Rapide E for the electric.
Yeah,
So,
the electric
yeah.
one was like
Rapide.
Rapide.
I just want to say repeaty. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Rapide. Anyway,
It's a Rapide, man.
Stop
Yep.
repeating me,
Can,
would you?
Can you imagine having so much fuck you money that you just wake up one day and you're like, I'm gonna buy Aston Martin?
well, can you imagine getting into
You already own an Aston Martin. No. The company.
No, yeah.
Well, so he was bidding against Geely for this. So he beat out Geely, and because of this, Aston Martin is refocusing their efforts on becoming more of a high-end luxury lifestyle brand.
Okay,
I
now
like
So like a Rolls Royce.
to take it a
Sorta,
step
yeah.
further, imagine having so much fuck you money that you outbid Geely, who owns Volvo.
Yeah. So, Yep.
And some of Lotus.
yeah. So,
Joey's
We
confused.
both have personal
So
ties on
lost.
this one.
Joey's so confused right now.
What's Geely?
Geely.
Isn't that like gillyweed, like from
No.
Harry Potter?
No. First, Joey, either pull that mic closer or lean into it, bud. There you go. Because we are barely hearing you. And
Taste
you-
it.
And your voice needs to be heard.
I need a beer closer to me though.
Okay, well, you know where they are. They're in that tiny fridge.
Am I
behind
free to
you.
get
hold-
one?
hold-
Yeah.
please,
You are the
I'm gonna-
one closest to them.
Joey, hook
so.
me up with another one, please.
So it's one of the. Okay, well, Dave's gonna go get it anyway. So while he's doing that,
But yeah, part of this whole thing though is he also wants to take over the Aston Martin F1 team.
the current non-existent Aston Martin F1 team, so
Right,
Racing
right.
Point is going to become the Aston Martin F1 Works team.
Yes, but
Yep. Which is weird because Aston Martin currently sponsors already sponsors an F1 team, a little team that you might know by the name of Red Bull.
yeah,
That's what I was wondering because I'm like, wait, so they're just gonna make two teams? Then?
Well, so what is going to happen is Aston Martin is going to finish out their sponsorship with Red Bull through this next season, and then the season after that, it will be. I'm still fucking hoping these cars are going to be bright pink. I want a bright pink Aston Martin F1 team.
Joey,
Yeah.
Joey,
Yeah,
you
Joey's
gotta
over here like,
give me your
yeah.
stance on pink cars, man.
Yeah, but
Anything pink is good.
oh yeah. So after this next season, Red Bull is going to be looking for another high-end luxury automaker sponsor. I guess I don't know. But for those curious, the Aston Martin Valkyrie, which was co-developed by Red Bull, this deal is not going to affect that. So Aston Martin and Red Bull are still partnering for that damn thing.
So they're still doing the Valkyrie.
Yeah, the Valkyrie is still happening.
That's a really cute Twitch streamer, by the way.
All right.
And them.
The more you know.
We know what you do in your spare time.
Oh, dude.
You don't know the half of it, dude. Trust me.
I don't want to know the half of it. I don't want to know the quarter
Just
of
soft
it.
clapping in the distance.
Oh, Jesus.
What kind of clapping?
man.
Give me 5/7.
That's clapping.
All right. Well, moving on to something less horrifying, but still kind of horrifying.
Well,
Are you looking up her
yeah.
age? Don't look up her age.
Damn. All right.
Oh man,
Gross.
15, son of a bitch.
dude, I know. What the fuck?
Calling
I
out
was
Jordan
guessing. I
Collier
wasn't
for
actually
Belle
looking at
Delphine.
Well, guys, the Hummer is actually fucking real, and it's going to be shown in GMC's Super Bowl commercial tomorrow.
No.
Yes. And here's the great thing: there are some crazy ass fucking numbers on it.
It's electric now, right?
Yeah, all electric.
The Hummer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the new Hummer's all electric.
The new
now.
GMC Hummer.
They gotta compete with Tesla, you know.
Gotta.
The Tesla truck, you know.
Is
So
the
the-
mileage still like 5 miles?
We don't know, but just let me lay some numbers on you. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds for something the size of a full-size pickup.
And then a recharge?
1,000 horsepower. And GMC said 11,500 pound-feet of
Right.
torque,
What?
which is probably
after the gear ratio, duplication, all,
All
that
that.
crap. Yeah.
yeah,
Just fucked.
but it's probably more like 1,150 pound-feet of torque.
Which
So-
is still pretty respectable.
yeah, so that's
It is
still
respectable,
pretty
but-
fucking nuts. So
The real question is, are the doors gonna be super fucking flimsy as they are right now? I just want to know that because
mean,
that's my biggest
It's a
problem. with
Hummer.
It's
Those
my
things are
biggest problem.
indestructible.
Those doors are so flimsy.
You're talking about like an H1, like a military combat Hummer?
No, I'm not talking about Humvee. I'm talking about Hummer,
Yeah, like a real. Well, what do you mean, like an H2?
like the one we see at the church.
So you mean a
That's-
plastic
dude,
Suburban?
that's just a Suburban with plastic on
You
it.
mean any
Oh,
Suburban?
I said nothing. Ignore everything.
Okay.
It's one of those Hummer kit car
Yeah,
things. Okay,
yeah.
I've seen those around.
There's an H2 that comes by. Well, it's in the same complex, but it's there all the time, and it takes up like 2 parking
We
spaces.
we
which
just
is
hope it doesn't pull a
appropriate.
pastor on us like it did with Dave.
Damn.
Rip.
Ah.
Dude, rip.
Well, speaking of things gunned down in their prime, the Mercedes X-Class.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, the Mercedes pickup truck that you didn't know really existed that was based on a Nissan.
Wait, can we
European-
like post the picture? I have no
Yeah.
clue what you're talking about.
Don't worry.
It's not in the U.S. market. That's why you are not familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, I need some Top Gear.
You're talking to a jet man
Yep.
over here.
So, yep, the Mercedes X-Class gunned down in its prime. And by prime, I mean it didn't last 3 fucking years.
Do I need to pull
So-
it up on this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Pull it up on that.
I mean, it's
Or
it's
you
quite
could've just
literally.
clicked the link in the profile.
That
Is it
was
like
too
the
easy.
G-Wagon or something?
No, it's not a G-Wagon. It's
Oh.
so it's
It's a
based.
Frontier.
It is based on a Nissan.
It's a Frontier with a Mercedes-Benz front on it.
Yeah, so it is based
Yep.
on.
Shit.
It's based on the Nissan Navara, which is a European-only Nissan truck that's built in Spain.
Tyler,
And,
this should be
um,
right up your alley.
Yeah, so the Mercedes is dying because, surprise, surprise, turns out a lot of people aren't looking for
That's
a
rad.
Mercedes pickup.
So is this like in between like a
Rad.
Titan and a Frontier, or is it like what kind of
I
engines
mean,
in
I'd
this
probably.
thing?
It's got a Mercedes diesel
Yeah,
and an
Oh.
8-speed auto.
yeah.
Optional
That's kinda-
6-speed
that's
manual.
kinda
yeah.
cool though.
Yeah, so
like,
it's like think the size of like the current Ranger sort of
Okay.
thing. Yeah,
Just a little bit
Yeah,
bigger
it's
than
a-
the
it's
a
Ranger.
little bit bigger.
Just
but
a
with
bit.
like a $70,000 price tag on it, or what?
Times 3.
Yeah, I mean, so let's put it like this: Nissan sold Mercedes sold 15,000 of these damn things worldwide
15 what?
in 2019, while Nissan sold 66,000
Yeah.
of those things.
Well,
of the
probably because
Navaras.
everyone went to the Mercedes dealer and they was like, well, I could just get that, but for a lot less, and
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Like no work person is that bougie that they need a fucking Merc.
I actually didn't know that Nissan did collabs with anything with Mercedes at least, or with the.
Man, on scales like this, if the check will clear, man, they'll collaborate
Well, I
with you.
mean, there's a lot of weird things going on with Nissan, with the the CEO like escaping the country in a suitcase.
Oh, that was
So-
Nissan?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was.
Did
Yeah.
you not know those Nissan?
that was
No.
that was the little Frenchman that escaped,
No, he was
This is little
Brazilian.
Napoleon
or
bullshit.
Brazilian. Well, he's got French citizenship though, right? And
yeah, and
Brazil-
apparently
And Lebanese.
Yeah, and
Good.
apparently Lebanese as well.
Good
Yeah,
old
apparently.
Carlos
Wise.
Gosen, or as I like to call it, Gosen on him.
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck off.
Damn. But yeah, no, that's been a whole fun thing, and now France is reopening an investigation into a party he threw at the Palace of Versailles for his wife.
Oh, jeez.
Yep,
The plot thickens.
dude, they've been like
Thick plottins.
it's been going on like the investigation has been off and on for a few years now.
Meanwhile, Japan is with Nissan is just really disappointed, I guess, in their decision.
They're not super thrilled. Oh, by the way, Mitsubishi was part of this whole
Yeah,
like
yeah.
alliance.
Well, yeah, they got tied up in that.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Mitsubishi was part of the Nissan Renault alliance,
I did
and
not know
everybody
this.
forgets that.
Yep.
And
This is all new to
Mitsubishi
me.
has been doing terribly.
Yeah.
Wait, Mitsubishi still exists?
So, okay, so here's
Still have Evos.
so leaving work on Friday, I was getting on 201 heading east, and I was behind one of the 3-cylinder new Mirage things, and I'm like, okay, I'm just plotting exactly how I'm gonna get around this thing, and then as soon as we get like the on ramp straightens out, gone. Fucking Hazel pins the damn thing, and I'm like, wait a minute. And they just start making all sorts of reckless moves in front of giant vehicles. And I'm like, God damn.
All those turbos.
speed.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
She just didn't give a fuck.
Just
That's
and he says 3-cylinder too, man.
yeah, man. Like
Man.
it's fucking great.
How light is this bitch, though?
I don't know. I do not know.
Probably sub 2200.
You know what?
So you know your
can get
beer
away with
can,
it.
your beer can, the sheet metal's about that thing.
Built on a budget.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a budget car.
Oh, wait, we should tell them about the Indian cars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should
well,
definitely
they
tell them about
probably
that.
know about that. It was an old one from what were they called? The Q car or something like that. It's a little Indonesian car, but the whole
Oh.
car is like $2,000 brand new.
The Tata Nano?
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
Tata.
Tata.
The Tata Nano. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy car, man. You build a brand new car for $2,000.
And they couldn't even sell them. I
Yeah.
mean, they sold a bunch for the first year, and then
yeah.
What was the quote the guy said? Like,
Turns out they
like
suck.
3 people on bikes. It's like something about 3 people on bikes and like how the car's more comfortable, not the fact that it's safer.
Yeah, they didn't mention anything about safety. They're just like, yeah, that's more convenient than piling like 7 dudes on a little
It's more
moped.
convenient.
So we're just gonna build these cars instead.
That's
Dude.
Think of how many super squishy machines you could buy for the price of one of those.
damn.
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
He's just giving
What?
us the glance.
where he's just staring.
Wow.
What is
Okay.
a super squishy machine?
Oh no, the super squishy machine, she's going to blow.
Oh, get out of here.
I got you. I wasn't jumping on that bomb.
I
Nope.
wasn't either.
I'm just letting,
okay.
I'm letting that happen.
He's letting it happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening.
Hey, it was a subject of a whole documentary about the racism within.
Yep.
Oh.
Which you heard that Hank Azaria said he's not doing the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't know who's going to be doing it, but
Who's going to be Apu, man? An actual Indian? We don't know.
I don't know. I mean, fingers crossed. But
I'm pretty sure if somebody brown does it, then they're going to be halfway all right with it.
I think, yeah, just, I mean, Hank Azaria is great, but just take a step away from Hank.
Just chill, man. You've been
Yeah,
doing this
he-
for so many years.
Yeah.
He's not irreplaceable.
No.
Wait, so are they bringing up who back?
I mean, yeah. Sounds like
'Cause
it.
last I heard, they cut him because of the whole racism thing.
Well, I mean,
Might
it sounds
just-
like they're going to be
But it's
bringing him
okay
back.
if you actually have like someone of that descendants.
They
like,
just bust out
voicing
Ganesha.
it?
Man, people are going to be pissed when they hear that Cleveland Brown's voiced by a white guy.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, that's nasty.
Well, speaking of
That
that,
sounded just kind of gay, honestly.
well, speaking of that's nasty, let's talk to our guests and about what it is they do and why they chose to do it and how the hell they got to this basement.
Well, I don't really know why I chose to do it. I guess because everyone kept bringing me their cars and they were like, "Hey, will you help me install this for free?" And I was like, "Man, I don't really want to spend my days off doing this, so I'm gonna just charge people to do it now."
Nice. And so days off. So you're just like helping out. You're helping out
Oh,
the buddies in your free time. And what were you doing?
It wasn't even buddies. It would get to
Just-
the point where like random people that like knew me or knew of me would be like, "Hey, he's good at installing this. I'm gonna hit him up,"
Family.
and they'd just come through and they'd be like, "Hey, can you install this turbo on whatever?" And I'm like, "Sure." It got to a point where it was just eating up too much of my time, so it was kind of a balance between time to decide if I want to do this for a living or not, and I don't know. I just have a knack for it, so
All right. Well,
figured let's go for it.
and what were you doing before? Because you
Oh,
said in your
man.
free time.
I've done a plethora of different jobs. I did web development. I've worked at auto parts stores. I mean, you name it. Like I've had a lot of jobs bouncing off and forth. So I don't know. Just cars have always been a huge passion of mine, and the custom world is where it's at. So
Hell yeah.
decided that's what we're gonna do. And who knows
Also,
what the
yeah.
future holds. But we're
Also,
we're
this
growing.
man has the patience of a god. It's insane what he can withstand.
supposedly.
I mean, if he's got to put up with you on a regular basis,
I know, it's amazing.
like God bless him.
All
yes.
these guys have been more patient. It's amazing because it's like, either that or like some days when they're just tired, they're all like, shut up and work. And I'm like, all right.
Kit's all right. He's not too bad.
Yeah, I've got a 4-year-old, and I'm like, man, she tests my patience a lot, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to going home and seeing her after this. Like, so
It's the exact opposite for Kit.
Thanks.
He's the 4-year-old in the shop.
Dude, even when
bouncing
I'm on the
around.
cast, I'm still getting shit from everybody. What the
Shots fired.
Damn.
Dude, I get shit from everybody, especially these guys.
it's out of love.
Anywhere we
It's
go,
out of love,
it's
Kit.
hilarious.
Right
do it-
here, Kit.
We do it
It's out
because
of
we
love.
love you. We do it because we love.
You better be glad I love you back.
I am. I try.
Speaking of love,
Hey,
if
we
you
don't-
love this cast, make sure you go to the Patreon. Oh man, you get
Okay.
so many
all right,
goodies.
all
So
right.
many goodies.
Yeah, there's another one.
We'll just go ahead and throw that up real quick since it was mentioned. Anyway,
Exactly.
I was gonna say we don't have Zach to make fun of here today, so I'm sorry, Kit.
Oh.
You got a little bit of.
Oh, don't
I
worry.
didn't-
Like
I
Zach
didn't-
and I, we just go at it.
I didn't.
go
I
each
didn't
other.
read Zach's line that he usually throws in the steady broke read.
What? Yeet.
Dripping in all that hot boy swag.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
geez.
Wait,
That
are we
he-
talking about Zach
drip, drop,
Lords?
drop.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yep. That he had to write down on the table here.
Reach for it, Joey. Reach for it.
There you go.
I mean, he vaguely looks like him. I mean, I don't want to put that on you, but like,
He does
It's
not.
vague. It's the double chin.
It's just because he's.
It
it's just
is
because
the
he's
double
tall.
chin. It's the double chin.
Is it the slight scruff he has?
Is it
Yeah.
because he has a
Slight scruff.
forehead and eyeballs and maybe a nose bridge? I don't know. What is this?
I'm sorry, I can't grow a beard like the rest of you.
Yes, you are an human. Hello.
It's perfectly okay, kid. It's this is a
I want a
winter of
beard.
indifference. That's what this is.
I've seen you with and without a beard.
Which
Yeah.
you prefer?
Without a beard because I could just make fun of you with beard. Much
Yay! All right. Well, don't worry. Beard's coming off fairly soon. All right. Joey finished
Don't
licking.
do it.
Joey finished licking your fingers and let us know how you got involved in this whole.
better. Shenanigans.
Yeah.
I was pretty much the same way as Tyler. It's just I knew less before I started. So
And so here you are.
Yep.
He's modest. He knows more than he plays off to.
Oh yeah,
Nope.
he really does. No, he does.
Damn.
Trust me, he is the wheel man.
Now Joey just showed up at the shop one day. I shit you not.
with a pizza.
A whole plate.
With a pizza.
So it wasn't a box of pizza.
It
It's
was-
like
wait a
the
minute.
most abnormal way that you would see someone with pizza. It's
Wait.
it's just a big ceramic dish.
You just showed
with
up.
like a pizza, but it's like been torn apart and it's like stacked in layers
You
on
just-
this pizza.
You
And he
showed up with loose pizza,
He just showed
They
up.
didn't
with
want
loose
any
pizza, man.
either.
and you let this man into your life, huh?
Yeah, and I was just like, like he's pretty chill, and he's like, hey, I want to come out and learn some things and hang out, and I'm
Man.
like, sure, do it. And that was almost 2 years ago. He
Mind
hasn't
you,
left
this
since.
this was a situation like Kit where the place that I was living at was pretty bad to stay at. So getting any time at the
Yeah,
an a lot better than staying at home.
Fuck yeah, dude. So like
Yeah.
that's kind of how I got into it. It's just because for one, my friend he had an Evo come in and he wanted some work done, so he hit me up on the Facebooks after I posted about it. So I was like, okay, let me go over. I go over and I'm like, this is pretty sweet. Do you mind if I come help you out? And then after like a couple days in doing that, I'm like, is it cool if I work here? So like, yeah. And then I just been working there.
So moral of the story is if you want free labor, go to the ghetto and pick out your
Just go.
your
just
labor
go.
workers.
I feel like a Big Brother's foundation. Like I just keep picking
This
up all
really-
these like transient children with like rough home lives.
It's the fact they're brown, aren't they?
They
Oh
just-
my God!
I
Yeah.
mean, race aside, like it doesn't matter. Like they just people show up and they're like, "Man, I don't really want to be at home, but I like race cars, so I'll hang out here."
Man,
You're
you
cool
guys-
with it?
I just don't like being at home either.
And,
Oh,
you
dude.
guys-
and this is the story of how Taylor and Tyler brought home 2 pets and a dog.
Yeah, for real.
Subtle, mate, subtle.
You guys really need to just rework it to like a 401(c) nonprofit.
Yeah,
like
for
there
real.
you go.
For real. Yeah. I mean, I thought about starting my own religion. Just
Okay.
churching it up.
I mean, let's.
You with religion? Oh, come on.
Oh man, we could
Oh,
we could
come
make
on.
it work. We could make it work.
Can I be your fake prophet?
Oh, definitely.
Hell yes.
Definitely.
What,
There are
Dave
paper
the
towels
Grader?
right in front of you, by the way.
All hail the
I got my
beef that
fingers.
is.
all right.
There we go.
Just
I mean,
dude.
he's wearing a
I'm
shirt.
raw.
He's wearing a shirt and pants. Therefore, he is wearing paper towels.
He's not housebroken. Give him a second.
This is Joey we're talking about here.
He's domesticated, not housebroken.
By the way,
There's
Joey, how
difference.
does the blanket smell, huh?
What?
How are those blankets smelling?
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Is this some more?
No, so no, it's not a jizz blanket, not yet.
Is this? Jesus Christ. Is this some more like Big Brother's broken home bullshit?
I need to finish this.
No, I got really messed up the other day, and I threw up all over myself and the blankets and on Tyler's couch, so I owe him $1,000 couch.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, I made my jungle juice way too strong for these guys. I made
It wasn't
way too
even that.
strong.
It was just like
Jungle juice
there was
or
a point
carb
where
cleaner with fruit in it.
I know, I put fruit in it, damn it.
Anything with no open flames within 20 feet of that thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey guys,
Man.
I can use this drain bucket for my hooch, right? Cool, thanks.
And float some pineapple in there. And all right, guys, it's done.
I'm fairly certain this is BMW coolant,
you bastard. Really? You had to go there.
but it's
Mixed
got a,
with Everclear.
but
Damn.
it's got a twist of orange.
Just because I got a
okay.
BMW.
The funny thing was, someone came by for some tires yesterday. I think it was an M3, but I'm not sure. But he had it
Nah.
parked out back,
It was the X9.
and he was there, for 20, 30 minutes while we swapped some tires around for him.
Oh,
And then Kit's like, Kit's like, man, this BMW is so sweet, man. And then like after it left,
Oh,
it just left a massive oil stain right in front of my bay door. I'm like, yeah, that's typical BMW.
That's
Just
BMW.
doing BMW things,
That'll
Oh
man.
do
man,
it.
that's sweet.
why
why
do
they
y'all like
hold
to crush
10
me so
cords.
much? It's why.
We
I
love you,
BMW.
Kit. You
I
just
love
have
you.
horrible taste in cars.
You're a dick. You're a dick.
Damn.
It's amazing.
Man. But yes, Shugenja is quite the bop in place.
Yes.
And we have an amazing car, otherwise known as the RS200.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, so that car kind of just fell in our lap. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. It was
Yeah,
kind
it was
of
all luck.
It was all luck, to be honest.
He found us through what was it? It was
Well, he found us through social media, I think, and then he checked out our webpage, which is not even complete.
Apparently,
and
we
then-
have good Yelp reviews.
Yelp. That's
Apparently,
what
we
it was.
have good reviews that I wasn't even aware
We
of.
didn't even know we had a Yelp.
Damn.
Yeah, so he said he messaged a few shops or called a few places. Well, quite a few actually. And he said a lot of people didn't even know what the car was. So, which I mean doesn't necessarily surprise me.
Yeah, but
I don't really know who he's calling. Like, I mean, I guess if he's calling like Tunex or Midas or something like that, they're going to be like, yeah, dude, that's not in our system. But, I'm not sure what places he called, but apparently he calls me up and he's like, do you know what this car is? And I'm like, oh yeah, Group B homologated car. Didn't quite make it all the way through Group B before they canceled it.
Just super cool.
Just threw out some random facts about it, and he's like, "Oh, so you're like kind of familiar with it?" I'm like, told him like I don't know if I'm familiar with it. I've never actually seen one in person, but I know enough about it. And he was like,
Sorry,
"Well,
Chris.
how do you feel about working on one?" And I was like, "Sure, I guess." Like, what am I going to say to that?
Also, yes.
Yeah, also yes, yeah. So, so he was like, okay, well, I'm going to have the car shipped out from California where I bought it, and I'm going to have it dropped off at your shop. And I kind of hung up the phone, and it was kind of a moment of, I don't know,
Well, it was
confusion.
so
just
sudden. We
happened
thought
so
it was a
fast.
joke. Like
Yeah.
it literally sounded like a prank call because
Yeah.
he was like, "It's in California
But
right
then
now."
the
Apparently
truck
at a
shows
Tuesday.
up. The truck shows up.
Yeah,
and
two
it's like,
two days
what?
later, car shows up on the back of a flatbed. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. It's here, but yeah.
And then we found out we had friends that we never even knew at the shop.
Yeah, so like,
wow, funny how that happens,
wow.
isn't it?
Yeah,
wow,
but
you got a cool car.
it brought a lot of attention, and a lot of people were popping and interested.
He's
about
looking
it.
at the RS200 right now.
Suddenly, you've got lots of uncles and
Yeah.
just-
Well, it's been really neat just because we've been able to. I actually got in touch with
Kenny
Ken
from the
Blocks.
block.
Yeah, got in touch with Ken Blocks' lead mechanic.
from the
We're gonna
block.
set something up probably end of spring. Try and get his car and this car once it's complete. Together. I've also got in touch with the son of the driver. So this particular RS200 actually was not a Group B car, but it did compete in British World Rallycross
Oh, hell yeah.
between 86 and 89 or 90. I think 90 was his last year, British World Rally. But it won one championship. It was driven by Mark Renison.
Okay.
Super well-known car, at least in that, that World Rallycross kind of era. And I actually got in touch with Mark's son, so the driver that drove it back in the 80s. I got in touch with his son. He contacted us and was like, oh, hey, is this my dad's car? And I was like, oh, yeah, this is your dad's car,
He's grabbing
chassis 68 or whatever. And so, yeah, it's just kind of cool, get in touch with some of these people from all over, I've had some people from Britain and, people that have worked on these cars and stuff messaging me, asking for details and asking me what we're going to do with it. And
Yeah, and actually this morning is when it's technically confirmed that we're gonna do a whole strip on the car and rebuild
Yeah.
everything from the ground up.
Yeah, so yeah, what did he say?
yeah, so the car is super rough. It really hasn't changed a whole lot since its group, or its World Rallycross days.
You mean a British
Um,
an old British race car is rough?
Yeah, no, it's
Whatever do you mean?
It sat in storage for
Lies.
close to 30 years, so the car hasn't ran once since like late or early 90s. So it's just kind of at a point now where everything's got to be gone through. It's if he wants to drive it again, we're gonna have to replace everything. So yeah, we worked out estimates and whatnot, and we came to conclusion.
It was kind of hard to get to that conclusion because the whole point of him bringing the car was that he wanted to sell the car in the end. And so with refinishing everything and getting everything up to date, it gives him the opportunity that if he spends this kind of money, that he might be able to see a return out of this money.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, he gets to enjoy a really sick car.
Mhm.
Like this will be a streetable car, hopefully,
Yeah.
by the end of
Either
this.
way,
So-
one or the other,
Yeah.
he's going to be very happy with
So
the car.
we're teaming up with DKP Engineering. He's Dimitri's a really cool guy. He does a lot of custom fab work. He's also got a lot of accounts for crazy places for suspension stuff and whatnot. So brought him on board.
And apparently he's already worked on an RS200
Yeah,
before.
he worked on Trey Cobb's RS200 back in the day
Damn.
as well.
All right.
So yeah, so he's got a bit of experience. So some people can rest ease. Like we're not these super uneducated people touching.
We're not Life
historical
Motorsports,
cars.
but
yeah,
we're not going to do a shitty job on this.
yeah, we're
by any
gonna take our
means.
time with it.
Shots
we're
fired.
we're gonna take our time. We're gonna do whatever we can just to do a good job on it. We want the car to be top notch, spare no expense kind of thing. So. Yeah, so I mean, if you're interested in following the page, I don't do the best at posting things or keeping up with things because I'm so busy, but we're going to make an effort to try and we may even start doing some video and
Yes.
live recording
Ooh.
or something.
Ooh, very fun.
So yeah, I mean, anybody that's Group B fans, loves the RS200, kind of wants to see what's going on. I mean, you're always welcome to stop into the shop during business hours, and just take a peek at what we're doing. I don't think we're going to draw too much of a
Or if
crowd
you like
where it becomes
buses.
a problem, but oh yeah, Joey bought a bus.
You bought a bus, huh?
Bought a bus, yeah.
We need to chat, by the way.
Why?
Dave's,
No, I'm-
Dave's super intrigued.
It's a
now.
7.3.
That's good.
Okay.
It's a good bus,
That's
dude.
good.
It's a good bus.
No, like,
We've been through a lot.
Yeah.
There's
No.
a lot of deciding factors
no, we
on
need
why
to,
I bought this.
It's a bang bus.
It's a what?
Whoa.
Oh, not yet. No.
Not
yet.
Not yet.
Wow.
he
All
still
right.
has to pay for a couch before he puts a mattress in this.
One step at a time. One step at a time.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Hey, man, I might have a futon for you.
Ugh.
I already
it's
have
perfect.
two of yours.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You do.
dude, I'm currently sleeping on your used
High
futon.
five. Very nice.
There's a stain I found on the backside, though.
Flip it over.
That's what I did, yeah.
I like to.
That's how you do it.
I
I
got
like
it.
to shout out something real quick.
I got
like
it
to.
like that.
I like to shout out
Shit.
Komanji's style. Go check that out. That is Joey's amazing drift team. shall be very amazing. And also, if you can, go check out Ministry of Drift, my own drift team that I am hopefully planning to start later this season, if not next season.
Wait,
but,
you're telling them to check out a team that's not even been created?
but look at you. You're only one guy. Do you want
But,
to?
but he
But I
dri-
have a
but-
page.
But he drives.
But I have a page too.
He has a car.
Shut
and
up.
drives.
I'll be close to that.
Buy my Z.
You bastardo.
All right.
Now you know what I deal with on a regular basis.
That one like 7 directions in 12 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, that would
I was gonna say we're gonna start muting mics over here. Like,
guys.
yeah that went a lot of places. A lot of places I wasn't necessarily expecting, but it went a lot of
It
places.
went everywhere. Anyways, back on topic.
Anyway,
what
so-
was the topic?
it was really just to talk to those guys, and that's what that segment was. Just talking to our
Okay.
Our
Yeah,
guests
just,
here.
Just come and check us out if you don't, know where we're at. You can just shoot us a message. We'll get you directions.
Yeah.
Cool cars.
We'll have links to their social media in the podcast description. So
Yeah, it's
don't
kind of hard
worry.
to spell. But
Well, yeah, don't worry. I'll spell it right the one time, and then you don't have to worry about it.
the G is
Yeah,
silent. Like,
Don't
was
feel
on
bad
it.
if you can't pronounce it.
All right. Well, moving on to
It's like my name. You just can't pronounce it right ever.
I abandoned that.
Like, do you want to know how to pronounce my name? Like, actually?
Yeah, fire away.
Gie. You got to say it like that. It's Vietnamese all the way, dude. All the way.
Oh, it's get.
Gie.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, the T is silent.
yeah, it's kind of silent.
And the
It's-
K is a G.
kind of like that, yeah. It's like it's weird because like when it's Vietnamese is like Spanish for Asians, and also they kind of sound gay, like how Cubans, like when they talk, they sound.
you
gay.
mean yeah?
Damn. All right.
Oh.
From way downtown. Bang. Moving on.
Goddamn. All right, go on.
All right, we're going to talk about some racing now real quick because we got some other stuff to get into.
Hell yeah.
So we did mention this earlier. Racing Point will become Aston Martin F1 in a little bit. So the Valkyrie is still happening. But what I angrily yelled about on the last podcast, because I hadn't bothered reading up on it, was finally the IMSA prototype cars, the next generation of IMSA prototype cars, will be legal and actually able to race at Le Mans. This is after like 7
Ooh.
years of the ACO and the FIA saying, yeah, totally, and then just like pulling the rug out from underneath IMSA.
They always do it like at the end, like
Yeah.
right as about to do it.
Yep, but now the convergence is happening. The next generation of Le Mans, or the IMSA prototypes, called the LMDH, which stands for Le Mans Daytona, probably hybrid. because that's a thing they've been threatening for about 5 years now, hybridization. They will be able to compete at Le Mans with the new FIA hypercars.
Ooh.
Yep. It is going to be a blended class that will feature heavily some balance of performance stuff. So be prepared to hear a lot of people on the internet complaining about this shit. So
Wait, people on the internet complain about things?
I know complaining about racing, just like
r/racing complaints.
exactly like a fun thing happening,
I
and
bet
then
that's a
all they can
Reddit.
do is just
That
like
is
complain
totally
about it.
Like
It's
all the
gonna be great.
like all the F1 cars with the halo rings.
Oh man, the safety thong.
Yeah, the safety thong. Yeah.
Yep.
Safety thong.
Can you imagine trying to race one of those cars? It'd be like driving a sim rig with like 2 monitors and like the 1.5-inch gap between the 2 monitors.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
video
two new
footage
ones.
online of like driver's perspective, and I'm like, man, this would drive me nuts. Like
Yeah.
trying to drive a car.
It's just
this.
like,
It's one
Couldn't
of
do
those
it.
it's one of those things that apparently it bothers you for a minute, but then you get used to it super
that's
quick.
what they say.
Yeah,
that's what
so-
I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I went over to my buddy Joey's house, and he's got a little sim rig, and we were doing some F3 laps around.
What, Senior Harrington?
Exactly, Senior Harrington. Yeah, we were playing GT Sport, doing some laps in a Formula 3 car around Interlagos.
So you got the
It has
on
the,
the screen.
Yeah,
on
it has the halo on
halo.
there, but it was just like, man, this is weird. And then you just got like,
Huh.
you got used to it.
I
gotta
guess
be
that makes
weird about
sense.
I mean, I guess when you're looking 2 or 3 turns ahead,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just kind of don't care
what's
about it.
directly in front of you, I guess, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going that fast
Exactly.
anyways.
Exactly.
You just see them like peering.
Well, people driving that fast in cars that
Hey,
crazy
do you
are a
still
different
have-
breed. And
you
These
still
dudes
have
are
the sim
bred.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah.
You fixed it?
Yeah.
Like it centers and everything?
Yeah.
Joey's looking to get a sim rig.
Yeah,
for
I'm
his
trying to buy a
bus,
sim rig,
for his
so-
bus. We'll
For
bring
the
it
bus.
by.
No, not for the bus.
No, that's no. He's looking to buy other things for the bus.
No, he can
Yeah.
he can actually
looking
drive
for-
the
A
bus.
swing for the bus.
Hey, I
Actually.
see you.
Yeah.
what?
You know what I'm doing down here?
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Include me, baby.
That's what we're here for.
Damn.
Anyway, notice how I've been calling this the ACO and IMSA convergence.
Yes.
The FIA was not one of the signatories on this thing, but that's because they have to vote on it because the FIA is a board.
Well, duh.
So they're going to vote on it when the next set of supporting regulations comes up in a year or two. But they will probably approve it. But regardless, the new IMSA cars will actually be able to go to Le Mans and race for the first time in generations.
Seriously?
And it's going to be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's taking them this long.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
It's going to be fun. So that is the racing news that we bring you.
Wait, so what's IMSA?
I just want to.
I know there's an IMSA model of the
it doesn't
RS200,
involve-
and that's literally the only time I've
IMSA
ever
What's
heard of.
IMSA? He says.
IMSA is another sanctioning body. It's primarily North American.
Mhm.
So it is the International Motorsports Association. They're owned by NASCAR. So they are like the big race, like the Rolex 24 that just happened last weekend. They're the
Sorry,
ones who
sure.
sanction that. So like all the big sports car races that happen here in
So
North
it's a
America.
huge sponsor.
It's a big thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It's been going on for a long time, but
for
they
Yes.
stopped
50
it.
years.
Yeah, they stopped it for a while.
Yeah.
Why
Now
did
they're-
they,
now
why
they're
did they
doing
stop it? I don't remember.
So wait, what's the big deal
so-
with IMSA going to Le Mans?
They haven't been able to do that since the late 80s because
there-
that's the
is
last
there a
time when they
reason?
shared regulations.
Uh-huh.
And then since then, they kind of went different ways
Uh,
with the regulations. So the ACO, they're the people who run the 24-hour of Le Mans.
Right.
They said, these cars aren't legal. You have to change this, 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 and this
Oh,
so they
gotcha,
can
gotcha.
race.
They're
And
like, "Fuck
IMSA
that."
kept saying, no, these cars are fine. They are on par with
With
the
their
other car-
standards.
Yeah, like just let us in. And the FIA, because they're also European, they just kept, they're those people who just sitting on the sideline of the fight, just like, yelling shit.
So basically, IMSA gave in.
No, actually,
Or
the
was it
ACO
Le Mans that
Yeah,
gave in?
ACO said, okay,
Gotcha.
yeah, like this is what, because they've been talks have broken down quite a bit.
So the
and-
Americans win again.
Damn right. we finally,
You would know, Joey. You would know.
Yeah, fuck you.
we have defeated the Europeans yet again.
We
We
made
are
a
about
whole
to
game
invade,
about your
baby.
island, dude.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Alrighty. And
It's a
then,
good
Said the
thing nobody-
Vietnamese guy.
We just Nagasaki'd you, like, legit. What's
Hey,
up?
man.
How you doing?
man,
It's a good thing nobody listens to this.
thank God.
Really, it is.
Well, hey man, enough people listen that I'm gonna hear something. But beyond that,
Come on,
I'm
patrons.
surprised. I'm surprised Kit doesn't run and hide every time somebody plays Fortunate Son.
I
No, because I immediately start playing that We Were Soldiers soundtrack immediately afterwards and just start shooting shit up.
I mean, I do kind of want to point out that his people did win.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
That is a fair point.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, at the shop, we're like the Axis powers because we have a German, we have a mix of German and Japanese Imperial. Then you have a full on communist, Vietnamese and Guatemalan just hanging out all in one room
God damn.
with the Irish. I'm not kidding.
Okay,
Man.
then.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
And
That's-
I'm American.
Damn right.
that beer don't look American.
So I guess we're just going to go ahead
that's
and
pretty
invade the shop and give them freedom. All righty.
Let's
It's
liberate
the-
their
it's
No,
shop.
just
It's
no
the
nuclear.
princip-
Just no nuclear war, please.
The Principality of Shugenja. You guys
I
have
mean,
your own
it's-
flags?
I mean, it's named after a Japanese word, so like.
Man.
So we're gonna start building things out of Nippon steel and start flying everywhere and just bashing things up.
Damn.
No, okay.
Spoiler alert, it's all Chinese now.
Oh.
Speaking on China, whoa.
Isn't that good though? The coronavirus is made by Chinese, so it's not that good.
Meanwhile,
Stick around.
Damn.
he's all like, "Why?
Why am I here?
I think we're too spicy for this podcast.
You're not too spicy."
Don't worry. This year, this podcast is going to get mighty spicy.
Okay, good.
I've got some things lined up.
That's good.
Anyway.
Let us know.
We're doing some spicy things. It's gonna be real spicy. I'm the king of spicy. Okay, nobody knows spicy
Hey, what's
better
up?
than
You're
me.
talking to Spice Lord over here. How you doing?
Hey,
Man. All right. Well, let's calm this shit down real quick. So the thing that we
ice.
So we did. I did put some stuff in Shenanigans on the Cam Facebook page to ask you guys, our esteemed guests. Let me just pull some of this shit up real quick.
I'm gonna have to pull this shit up too.
Oh, dude.
Don't worry.
Oh, you mean the post that nobody commented on except for Kit?
The post that nobody.
Super fan.
Exactly.
They're like, who are these guys? I don't have any questions for them.
Even people that people know, we don't get fucking comments on.
I
It's
know.
ridiculous.
It's stupid, dude.
Like, I'm just trying to get you people to like care about this, and
Please
nobody
care.
seems to care.
Care enough.
But it's all right. You
love
know
you.
what?
I know. If there's this much spice on these podcasts, I should listen in more.
Oh, man,
Holy
you
shit,
should.
yeah.
I've
I
been
tell you to
listening
listen to this podcast, but no.
No, nobody listens. Whatever. We're just down.
I don't catch every episode, but I listen. I dabble. You know, when I have some spare time, I listen.
That's all
into
we're
it.
asking for. You
Yeah.
know, just some dabbling.
Frank is asking about.
All right. Yes. All right. So from Jake Morrow,
I'll talk to him
get
later.
this is a question for you.
Okay. Sorry,
From-
sorry.
Yes, from the Clout God himself, Jake Morrow.
Jake. You
Ask the Sen
beautiful
Samurai if he's still going to dress up like he's in Red Dead Redemption, even though the game hype has died down.
Twink. Okay, hold up. All right, that's been my dress, boy. What the hell you talking about? You be out here looking like straight up Gollum walking around, dude.
Damn.
Just chill. Just chill. All right.
Damn.
I ain't gonna be dressing up. I ain't gonna give you a hug. I ain't gonna send you, and we're gonna do some Gucci ass stuff. And also make sure you don't bust up your Corvette.
Can I mention the
any
first
other
time I ever met Jake, he humped me?
He helped you?
No, he humped me.
Oh, he humped you. Okay.
I haven't been the same since then.
I was about to say,
He humped
like,
you, dude.
that's why I reacted with such, like, wait, what?
Like, how did that interaction go exactly?
No, okay, so it was when it was the last day of RMR when it was closing,
Yeah,
and they lined up all the cars on the bank to take one last picture,
I remember that.
and some dude in like a moo costume or a cow costume, sorry,
Fuck.
started humping my leg.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I met Jake Morrow.
Well, all right.
I met Joey because it was actually either my first or second event. I was manning the line.
Didn't I give you beer?
He traded me beer for water, and I was like, hell yeah, give me that. It was awesome.
Perfect. Luke Dreyer, Tyler, he wants to know what the shop rate for figuring out a wiring issue, because he's got a G20 that has a gremlin that he can't figure out.
Yeah, I actually know Luke pretty well.
Yeah.
And his G20, it's a pretty cool car.
Yeah.
Honestly, with wiring stuff, it's kind of hard without seeing it to really quote. But our hourly rate is 85 right now. We actually lowered it from last year.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, we just wanted to stay competitive, so we dropped it down a little bit. So yeah, I mean, Most base diagnosis stuff is around $80, and then we kind of go from there until we figure out, if it needs what it needs really. But yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to look at it. Just make sure that you get with me as far as scheduling and time, because right now we have a lot on our plate.
So you mean you can't just randomly drop it off and just throw the keys at you and say figure it out?
Dude, people do that though. People do that. They're like, oh, I'll bring a car to you next week, and then they just show up like the next day and they're like, here's the keys, and I'm like, but I thought you said next week.
That is the least surprising thing about it.
By the way, I need the car back in 15 minutes. Fixed.
And then it's literally that afterwards. It's they're calling me every day like, is it done yet?
Is it done? Is it done? Is it done? Is it done?
It's super annoying, but it's part of this business, so we just we handle it as best as we can, and we try to push it out as fast as we can.
Man. And then he also wants to know what happened to your Pimp 80s Maxima. That thing was awesome.
Oh man, that was actually my dad's car. That wasn't mine. He bought it for cheap, and then I fixed it up a little bit for him. I honestly don't know what happened to that car. I honestly have no clue. I think he sold it to someone, and I mean, it likely ended up in a junkyard. I would guess.
Was that the rear-wheel drive one?
No. That one was front-wheel drive. It's the second-gen Maxima, so it was the first year that they went front-wheel drive. Yeah.
Ooh. All right. And then Brandon Kuhn asked the sensei why he chose not to throw fries at anyone last year. Brandon was disappointed.
Oh, because for one, last year, especially around the tail end of the season, I was helping Joey mainly get all his shit together, and he would wake up like, basically, we'd get there like another 30 minutes after we were supposed to get there. So I also kind of went broke, so I couldn't buy the fries to throw at people. But this time around, I will actually be making money to throw fries at people.
Hot damn.
You threw fries at people?
No. I promise I'll throw fries at people because it was a long time. It was like a long post ago where it was all like, throwing water balloons. I'm like, fuck that. Let's just throw food.
Damn. Just go full America.
Dude, no, throw food.
Just waste all the food.
But this time around, in the opening event of the season, I'm straight up going to go Slav. And if anyone else is going to the event, Slav with me.
Damn.
Please.
Yep. Overheating and everything.
Dude, you already know how Slav I am. Calm down. This man, I swear.
Damn.
Yes, but to answer your question, once again, broke stuff. But this time, yes.
All right. And then why do you always look terrible in photos?
Yeah, I don't know, because every time I just look super awkward when I'm not like actually trying to.
Honestly, I've never seen a bad photo of you.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen.
So
I've seen ridiculously funny photos, but not bad.
So
photos.
the one photo, that photo is unflattering, but it's awesome. It's unflattering.
Man,
Have you
it's
seen
like-
the rest?
Yeah, but then again, whenever I take a photo, it's always deliberately me just trying to fuck it up. Like,
Yeah. Getting
That
creepy
whole
with it. I love it.
I love it. Exactly. Like, exactly. Hey, people watching this. How you doing? Yeah. Oh.
Unsubscribe.
Let's check it with the chat.
Heck yeah.
You done yet?
Taylor from Low State. He wants to know what is up with Tyler's OG S12.
Oh man, the forgotten S12. Currently, it's a table in my shop with a lot of boxes and garbage on top of it.
Table. It's just like
Yeah,
a shelf.
it's like a shelf. Yeah, we're gonna be moving
For
it
my
into
parts.
storage. Yeah, for other people's parts. Surprisingly. No, it was the choice between build the car or start a business. And it really just came down to me shoveling all of my money into my business rather than into my car. So
Understandable.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 do not own a business. Do not
it's
recommend.
it's not really profitable. At least not for me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but
Just do this crap
Hopefully
that we're
this-
doing down here.
yeah, maybe the S12 will return though. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see what the end of this year poses, but
Or a DR30.
or maybe a DR30. Yeah.
There you go.
I've always wanted a DR30. It's been my dream car. So who knows? We'll see what the year holds and maybe look into that route. I don't know.
All right. Well, there we go. So we got those down there, and now we're going to get into the first fantasy draft of Fantasy Draft
Oh,
February.
Here we go.
What
I've been
else
waiting
is
for
this
this.
segment for?
I mean, it's also for your $1 billion question, but man,
Okay.
like, we're kind of going long here.
I'm gonna grab another beer. Hold up.
So, yeah, like I'm trying to. Trust me, we can.
Fine.
Well-
I get it. No.
Don't worry, we'll save your $1 billion question for next week, and believe you me, it's gonna have the answer fucked out of it.
But I won't be here next week, will I?
I mean,
is it?
we're
Really?
talking.
Are you recording on Monday or the Monday following? Or is this another Saturday?
So this recording, we're recording today for release on Wednesday, and then
Right.
we're going to be back to probably our regular schedule.
Okay.
I'm kind of working on something super secret, so we may be recording Tuesday night. So,
I'm really curious now about this question. There's so much build-up.
well, don't worry.
Next week.
It's going to
tune
fall
in.
flat on its
Okay,
ass.
okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah, don't like everything that we.
Okay.
All right. Yes. So the
The
fantasy draft of February.
Yes, Fantasy Draft February, something that Trent pitched.
Yes.
So
And was accepted.
yes.
Did we get money?
A rare win.
No.
Oh.
Wow, I'm out.
You didn't have to buy in.
Yeah. So, what do you think this is? It's not how this works. Anyway, so
I'm not good with football.
don't worry, neither are we.
Mike said I was pre-approved. I've
Fanny-
never been pre-approved for anything in my life.
Fantasy football is for people who are bad at fantasy and football.
Zing. Anyway, as
It's true.
as the one and only. There we go. Take a seat there, Charlie.
Yes.
So,
It was not a racist remark against my Vietnamese heritage.
yes.
So this is very, very fitting. Our first ever fantasy draft is homologation specials,
Yes. So
which works well since we talked about an RS200.
yes.
After all,
So homologation special is a car that there is a road going version of it, only so there could be a race car version of it. So you know, so like the RS200 is a perfect example. There are road going versions of it, only so Ford could enter it in Group B Rally. So there are other notable cars like that. So we're only doing 3 rounds, and I've explained it to these guys, but we're doing a serpentine draft. So we're going to go ahead, and for simplicity's sake, we're going to start with Trent, go around the table, come back to me, and then I'm going to start the next round, and we're going to go back around.
All
So
right.
if you pick last in the first round, you pick first in the second round.
How many cars do we need to know?
I mean, so
Because you said we couldn't pick a car if it's already been picked, right?
Yep, that is So
Oh man.
don't worry, you have a phone.
There's
and
a
Google.
lot of eclectic
tons.
tastes at this table. I feel like it's not going to overlap as much as you may think.
Yep.
yeah, I'm first on the board, and I guarantee nobody else is going to pick this one at least in the first round. But I'm doing it anyway because it's
Right.
it's mine.
Do
It's
it.
My favorite.
Do it.
All right.
Slather
Same
us
here.
with that butter.
Dun
Get it.
dun dun. It is the Porsche 911 GT1.
Oh, okay. Good
That
choice. Good choice.
That thing was
Yes.
ridiculous.
What was that based off of? Nothing?
Yeah. The only thing it shared in common with the road-going 911 was a steel front subframe.
Yeah,
And
pretty
that
much.
was it. Everything else was unique to...
Surprisingly, they had
GT1.
steel front subframes on both of those cars.
It just had to have something in common with the road-going car.
Okay.
So, yeah, the 911 GT1 road car and the race car had one part in common, and that was enough.
Yes.
This-
And it looks gorgeous if you have not seen it.
It's beautiful.
Yes. So,
All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty
So,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
so we go this way to Kit.
so yeah, we're going to go to Kit.
Kit.
good. All right, okay.
What is your
These guys
homologation
already know
special?
what the hell I'm gonna pick, but E46 M3 GTR.
Okay.
Solid
It's-
choice.
It's
I like it.
Straight cut gears. Be like, aha! It is amazing. And they had the P60, which was only made for the race going version, and even the road going version. I can't remember exactly how much. I think there was like 10 or like 13 of them made for road going, and they weren't even using the same motor. They're using some other motor. I forgot what it was. But that car to me is like the epitome of BMW right there. That's like the best time.
That's
like
it.
The golden age.
That is it.
That's also some like Need for Speed Most Wanted shit.
Yeah, but it was all like Need for Speed. I'm like, nah. Just look at the old racing videos and you just be impressed.
Does it share a subframe with the road going car?
It shares a
Yeah.
chassis with the road going car.
It shares a hell of a lot more than
you
your
might
cheater-ass car
You might
did.
want to get that checked out.
Damn.
It's a condition. It's terminal. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I mean, he's looking at it though. It's like
I'm
it's,
so
it's
sorry.
smexy, isn't it? It's very smexy.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
It's super beautiful.
It does look good. I'll give you that.
Uh-huh.
All right.
The Nissan R390.
Ah, yes.
That
I
is
think
that is on my list.
Aren't there
sounds like
three
Freon.
that exist?
I think there's only 2.
Yeah, there
road
are 2.
versions. Yeah.
One is the race
Oh,
car.
you're
The
talking
other
about-
is owned by
Yeah.
Nissan.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
it's in the
is-
Nissan Museum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Can you imagine?
Yeah, there's one. I think one is owned privateer though. I think one person owns the other one.
so
And I believe it was in California not too long ago. For
Can you imagine being that guy?
Yeah.
Like, I would love to be that guy and just
For
be like,
real.
oh, yeah, I've got a 300ZX.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I got
Sorta.
Whatever it is.
The motor's moved around a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a touch.
You know.
You
a little
know,
different.
Just completely different car, but it's whatever. It's the same name, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Joey, hit us with the sauce.
R33 LM.
Ooh,
Oh, yes.
the GTR LM.
How did I know you were
yes.
gonna go for that one?
That
Right.
is also on my list.
That's a
Quality
good one.
choice.
That's
Oh,
a solid
shit. I
choice.
gotta
So
grab
do I
my
have
beer.
to choose
Hold on.
another one?
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
it's,
okay.
Yeah,
You,
so
you
now
got
Fred
it
can't
before I
pick it.
did, so
Yeah,
yeah.
you got it, so he can't choose
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah. No,
There
the
you go.
the GTR LMs, they're kind of cool cars.
Did you see the pictures?
Yeah, if you look
Under-
at how they were converted,
No, but yeah, like the welds and everything.
Oh,
or
yeah,
the
it's-
oil pan.
it's so like
Super-
it's so 1990s.
It's
They're like,
so
well, it was a
bad.
GTR, so it had a diff here, but let's put a
Well,
whole
no
bunch of
care in the world.
let's put a whole bunch of aluminum trapezoids in its place. We're good. We're
Yeah.
totally good here.
Yeah, the one in the
Stub shafts, no
museum
big
is
deal.
pretty. It's bad. The closer you look at it, but
Don't,
You know,
don't look
that's-
too close.
Honestly,
don't look
that's,
too close.
that's probably par for the course because I've seen an RUF BTR in person, and the turbo kit on that was laughable.
really,
Oh yeah, solid. You know, a twin turbo flat six in that car. You'd think, that was like the cream of the crop in the '80s, right?
was it like a Grosskopf kind of?
Oh, dude, terrible welds. Terrible welds
Damn.
on a BTR. It was a convertible too. Like that was the
On a
best.
BDR.
A BDR.
BDR.
Let's go check and get a fucking GTR, mate. Get
Dave.
this on. Go for a
Dave,
fucking
hit-
skid, mate.
Hit us with the sauce.
It is.
Hit us with something, buddy.
Okay, well, round one is pretty point and shoot for me. The Volvo 240 Group A.
Knew
I
it.
know he was gonna pick something like that. You're gonna do something.
Well, so for a car that was, built by a Swedish company, you would think, oh, this is going to be used in like European rallies, so they would have just sold them all, in Europe, right? They only made 500 of them, and all of them were sold here in the United States, but a handful of them were shipped back to the motherland to be turned into rally cars. So we're the only country in the world that gets 242 Group A's.
Damn.
And,
Yes!
and I
There's
know plenty of people that have them.
the one that I'm showing on the screen right now.
Oh yes, the Nordica.
Oh, man.
The
Yeah,
Volvo
that's,
Europe dealer team
that's a-
Nordica car.
God, that's such a beautiful car. Yes.
That is gorgeous.
Uh huh.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. There's round one for me.
What screen are you guys looking at?
We're looking at the thing before
I
it
can-
goes to a
Oh,
live
hold
feed.
on.
You can't see it right now.
Why?
We can make this happen.
There's
Hold
like
on.
a 10,
Make it happen.
15
No, no,
second
make it
delay.
happen.
Just
Oh,
keep
is
that
there?
in mind. On
Yeah,
this
don't
one,
worry.
yes.
Hey, look at me.
Don't worry.
I'm on-
We're
I'm
getting
on
there.
That's a
Yeah.
good deal.
We're getting there.
BMW.
Yeah.
Joey.
Anyway,
See, look at that picture. Not that flattering.
hold on.
Then again, thank you for taking it.
Oh wait,
No
what did Daniel Chilinsky say?
Oh, Dan, we'll get to Dan's in a minute.
Oh,
So-
dude, are we about to break the fourth wall here? Wow.
Yeah. So there it is. There we go.
That was a really neat car.
Yeah.
There's a bit
They're
of a delay.
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit
Is
of a
that-
delay.
that's
but
an
whatever.
inline 5 too, isn't it?
No, they're 4 cylinders.
Oh, they're four
Yeah.
They're
cylinders.
a 2.1 liter
So
K-jet injected.
yeah.
So they've got Jetronic
Mm,
and the lovely fuel bowl and
lovely
distributor.
1980s.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
baby.
was an intercooled
It's got the
2.1
Hakoska
liter.
wing too. You see that?
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
That is
So,
pretty. Damn.
Honestly, I'd take that over a D30.
Dude, it's classic.
dude, it's pretty sweet.
I mean, a lot of E30 peers are going to hate me for saying this, but this was the better car.
You know what?
I mean,
with a
Kip might
stick,
help.
I
with
mean-
a
might
stick
hate you.
axle.
You know what? All right. I will agree. It is better in some respects.
Damn.
Most.
All right. Well,
You want to go? Do you want to go?
Here's the thing.
Kit, you didn't even start.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
damn.
So, are we gonna get to Mike's answer now?
Yeah, we're gonna get to
let's
mine.
hear it. Let's hear it, man.
Mike. Let's do
And
it.
mine, because I'm channeling Gavin, is the 993 911 GT2.
Oh, that's a solid
Ooh.
one.
It was
yeah.
originally built as a homologation special. Just look at this thing. Look at how
Mhm.
beautiful that is.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. The
The ultimate, you can't have Porsche.
Yep.
CJ
Yeah.
Wilson has one.
This was the
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
of the
CJ Wilson knows what's up.
last of the air cooled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's what the.
I remember this was like my favorite car to play in Project Gotham.
Oh yeah, these things are sweet.
that.
Like the IMSA spec race version was twin turbo and just ready to kill you at a moment's notice.
Yes.
Because boost control was not a thing.
Yeah, you steered that car with the throttle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like any good race car. No, I just gotta, because I'm just over here playing jazz. I gotta make sure one thing.
Uh-oh.
Make sure you don't die.
Don't worry. All right, I don't think I can get away with that one. So, my next one is going to be low-hanging fruit if you know me. It is the A70 Supra Turbo A.
Of
built
course,
for Group
of course.
Oh yeah.
A. Yeah, it is a lot like my dear sweet Rhonda. But the only difference was it had, where that was a good picture of one of the race cars. No, whatever. Here we go. This is good enough. So the difference is right here behind the license plate, they actually cut a hole to
I thought we were
feed
done
a
looking
bigger
at
intercooler.
Supras.
Yep.
We're never done
Dude,
looking at Supras, Joey.
he's
We
looking
Not
at
in this
literally just
basement.
got a Supra out of the shop that was in there for
We
2
just did.
years.
Yeah, not in this basement, man. No, we're always looking at fucking Supras.
A70 Turbo Supras and Huey Lewis and the News of Sports album.
Yes.
I don't know.
Goddamn.
I will say I kind of the more I've started looking at Mark IIIs, I like them way more than Mark IVs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we just don't like the specific one we worked on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a shit bucket.
Yeah, so this thing came out right about the same time that the R32 was showing up. And, yeah, even though they were both powered by turbo straight sixes, one of them was a hell of a lot better than the other. So,
Big oof.
you know, I will let you guess which one was a hell of a lot better than the other one. Although, that thing is pretty sweet looking.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I like the Cal. Or that's not the Calsonic livery. Oh, that's the
Fujitsu.
The Fuji's. Yeah.
Fujitsu 10.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool livery. I like
Yeah.
it. It reminds
That
me of the
one's-
Calsonic livery on the R32s, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's very similar.
Exit.
Yeah, no, like it was a very awesome car. However, it existed at the time when an even better car was running around.
Ugh.
Wait, this round we should do 2
Why?
Why?
because
I mean,
there's so many.
I mean, we're coming back to you, so
All right, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna start it with 2.
no, you're not
No,
starting with
no,
two.
we're
You're only
doing
doing the
three.
one. You're only doing the one, man, because we can't be here forever. All right, Dave.
Back to
it's
you.
it's coming
Yes.
around this way. It's
Yes.
going
It's
back.
going backward, yeah,
You
serpentine.
you threw down the reverse card. I see how this works.
Yep.
Play some Uno.
Okay, well, you guys know that my all-time favorite car is the Lancia Stratos,
Yes.
Yes.
right? I'm not going to choose that.
What?
I'm instead going to choose its twin-charged cousin,
Oh God.
Delta.
the Lancia 037.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Lancia 037.
Yes.
That's a good one.
It is a beautiful car. Look at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Has to be red,
It's
by the way.
square.
Oh, of
dude,
course.
Dude, the
Yeah.
square headlights really just
Ferrari
get me.
killer.
Look at that.
Yeah, like this thing
These
is.
these made such an unholy noise.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can
Just-
hear the blower whining the whole time, and then there's a turbocharger on top of it, and it's just obnoxious and loud, and it's just so raucous and visceral.
AKA
Yes.
the Italian
Wait.
Camaro.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the RS in the shop, but I still kind of like wish that we had this in there instead.
Yeah. Because
It looks like a Maserati.
You'd have to be saying a lot more bippity
Kinda,
boopity.
Yeah.
Bibbidi bobbidi boopida. Yes.
A lot of Magneti Morelli in there.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so there you go.
pretty
There's
good.
there's number 2 for me.
All right.
All right,
That-
Joey.
Dave, that gets my stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice.
Joey.
I was gonna go with the ST205, but
Oh, I mean you.
I
Still
like the IMSA S13.
Okay,
All right. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
That is a cool car.
that is pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
look
I
at
build
this.
another S13, well, I haven't even built an S13.
Yeah.
If I do another S13, this
Ooh.
is what I would go with.
The
Yeah.
classic
no,
Paul Newman.
S13, S13. Not
This-
the
That's-
180.
This is is the IMSA car.
I mean, that's the IMSA car.
No. There's an S13 coupe.
It's a coupe variant
Yep.
of it.
There's a coupe.
I've
There's
never seen a coupe of it.
IMSA S13 coupe.
Hey, look at that BMW
Yeah,
back.
you might have to look it up.
Joey just doesn't like hatches.
Man.
No.
So
You are entitled to your wrong opinion.
Exactly. Thank you, Dave.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, yeah.
My wrong opinion, huh?
It's
Yeah,
wrong.
that's
it's still,
wrong.
It's,
Yeah,
it's still wrong.
It's still wrong.
But that's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's still wrong though.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an IMSA car.
That's not an IMSA car.
That's not it.
No.
It was yeah, it should be.
That just looks like a tuner car.
This looks like Group 5.
I mean that's from.
I don't even think that's Group
So
5.
this is actually a render. This one's not an actual picture, but
Yeah. So all right. Well, let's
JOTC. Maybe that's what it was.
JGTC.
JJTC.
Just
JGTC.
Let's pull this up.
whatever you come up with the acronym. I'll just say it.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
much
yellow
better.
one.
The yellow one.
the one next to
The
it.
one next to it.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep, that one.
There
So
we go.
did they make a street homologated version
I mean, it's
of
an S.
that? Or is
Yeah.
it just the S13?
No, I think they
I mean-
did. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. Ooh.
Don't
So-
know.
So your answer is
That's gonna
S13.
be your next one,
then.
huh?
Well, I was going to choose that car, the S12.
You
but
were going to choose the S12.
That's not technically though. That's not a homologated car because they
No.
never made a silhouette version
Yeah.
like for the street. I mean, it'd be really neat if they did.
It would have been insane
yeah,
if they did.
Yeah,
That
but no, my pick probably is going to be Mercedes CLK GTR. Oh man, I'm stealing all of his
I
good
was doing
ones.
that one.
Damn.
That
He's
was
gotta
going to be
really
my
look
next
now.
choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a pretty
Oh
car.
man, that is gorgeous.
So sexy, dude.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly there was one in Utah that was spotted not too long ago.
Yeah,
there
on
was.
the highway.
So- yeah,
Came
someone
through.
yeah,
Yeah.
someone came through in one. Yeah, I've always wanted to see one of those in real life. Never had the opportunity, but
I mean,
maybe
they
one
are
day.
stupid rare.
They are very rare. Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, man.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Fantastic choice.
Beautiful.
That was number 2 on the list.
Sorry,
I-
man,
I-
I'm
I
stealing
had to-
all your
it's all right,
cars.
It's all right.
All right, it happens.
Goddamn. Jeez,
All
man.
right, Kit.
All right. I'm going to the land of the croissant. And
Oh shit.
Yep. Peugeot 205 T16. Yeah, dude. Beautiful. 'Cause-
Damn frogs.
Dude, I'll tell you what. They know how to rally pretty damn well.
Yes, they do.
They
You
know
right.
it.
You right.
Yeah. This is an awesome car. This is one of the OG hot hatches.
Yep.
Because look at that.
Let me look at it, dude.
Open the ass up. Boop. Hello.
It's like a clamshell.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh,
I mean,
man.
this car in some form existed in Peugeot's short-lived American run. Like,
Yeah, they
or
had
no,
it
it
for
was
like
the
a
Renault.
second.
It was. Oh man,
It
no.
didn't turn out too well.
The Renault, the Renault R5 Turbo, the crazy Group B winning car.
That started life as the Renault Le Car.
Yeah, in
Le
America
Car.
it was
Le
the
Car.
Renault Le Car.
The car.
Yeah, but no, this is an insane
like a movie.
car. Yeah, this is
The
what
car.
the great thing about Group B was. These factory teams were spending more than their F1 counterparts.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so,
But
like-
it's just Group B, dude.
Yeah, so like Renault was spending twice as much on Group B than they were at F1, and they were trying to develop like the first turbo engine for F1.
Well, it's more.
That's why it makes you
entertaining
kind of
to
wonder
watch,
what
though.
would happen if there was still Group B. What kind of cars would have been produced?
I
Oh,
mean,
dude, I know. I mean, it was much more entertaining to watch
oh yeah,
because
There
you
was
know,
a
Would
lot
probably
of-
have a lot
lots
more
of deaths.
deaths on
lots
it.
of
Yep.
deaths.
yeah. I mean,
Perhaps.
Yeah.
yeah, there would have been a lot more killing.
We need another plague, but more crazy French cars will do.
Oh man,
Coronavirus?
Damn.
Ebola Extra, baby.
I went from World War III to World War Z. What's happening now?
Zing.
All right. So is this a double pick on my?
Yes,
my
this is
end?
you. You got to go twice, buddy.
Excellent. So I do have. I do have some fantastic picks in here. I think you know what? It doesn't matter which one goes first
It
because
really doesn't.
yeah. But I'm gonna go with the Toyota GT1.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good car.
Yes. They
God.
made whopping 2 road-going versions.
I haven't heard of that car since I've played Gran Turismo last.
the car that was eligible to compete at Le Mans because the original, like the old rules that this thing was built under, it said it had to be able to accommodate a piece of luggage. And
piece of
so-
luggage.
Toyota argued and successfully argued that if you drained the fuel tank and took the bladder out, you could put a suitcase in there.
I mean,
How would you get access to it?
Didn't matter.
Don't ask
Yep.
these
Didn't
questions.
matter.
That shit flew, man. It worked.
It was
They
a
just-
different time.
They just wanted to see cars run.
Yeah, like,
basically
this
it.
is-
the fuzzy lines.
This is an insane car.
Yes.
Like,
and I would
Oh,
daily it.
dude.
Straight up.
oh yeah.
You would daily that? What's wrong
Yes.
with you?
I work from home.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
He works out at home. Damn. All right.
Jesus.
Yes. So for my next and final
Yep.
pick,
Final pick.
it is going to be something that is like the Ferrari Enzo, but so much better and sexier, the Maserati MC12.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Very nice.
That's a hot take.
That is, it's the correct take as well,
Indeed.
Also would daily.
as you should.
This one actually has some functionality in that it
Just
would
a-
seat 2 people.
Just a touch of functionality. So, man, yeah, that is
Fight me. Nobody's gonna top that. Those
No.
3.
Those are, I don't know.
I don't.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh no, man! I stole 2 from your list, so
That he
No,
did.
I'm just saying, Tyler really has got you by the bollocks.
He's really
Well,
got
let's
you.
see what he's got in his 3rd round here. I don't know.
Alright, let's
Yeah,
see.
what's your last choice?
Well, hold on. We got Kit next.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh
What's
yeah,
your last
we're going
choice?
back.
Yeah, now it's
Now
you,
we're
buddy.
back to you.
Yeah.
Bit of a weird one for me, but I like this one a lot after
Okay.
some GTR, Gran Turismo Racing. Anyways,
Oh.
Subaru Impreza 22B.
that's a good
It's a
one.
good choice.
22B STI.
I love it.
Built by ProDrive.
Dude, it is so fun to drive that on Gran Turismo, and also
Oh yeah.
it's like what I feel like a Subaru should be in terms of like how performance is, not like the shit boxes we ended up with.
Yeah. It's pretty rad.
I mean, look
You're
at it.
not wrong.
It looks.
come on.
It looks stellar.
Oh yeah. It is. It's great.
It's a classic, dude. It's just a classic.
Yeah.
Just reminds me a little bit of a weirdly enough a Citroen, but like not sure which one.
Yeah, it's one of those cars that you could like park in a grocery store parking lot and nobody would care.
Exactly. Nobody
Just
would
one of
know
those-
Unless
exactly.
they knew.
Yeah, as long as it's not Rally Blue, but they all came in Rally
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
They
So
all came out of the-
Even in Rally Blue, most people would be like, oh, look at Impreza.
Oh wow,
true.
look at that present. Oh my god.
If you painted that car white, though, it would like literally mix in with all the
It
Camrys.
would
in the
disappear.
parking lot.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
yeah,
it would
yeah.
absolutely disappear.
Yeah, but it would be so damn fast. Be like, all right, I'm out. Peace out, dude.
What's your second pick?
What was my
No?
second
No,
pick?
no,
that
so
was
it
his last
That's his
pick.
last
No,
pick.
no, that's
Oh,
my last pick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. You got 2 because
Sorry,
Because you started
I had the
with the
M3
background.
GTR. I had the 205 T16,
Oh
and then
man,
I have this.
Oh, yeah.
last pick. Okay, all right. Let's go with the Daro 962 Le Mans.
Yes.
I
Read
have
it. You
that
guys
on
will
my
read it.
list, oddly
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
The what?
The Dower 962.
Yeah, Daro
How do we spell
962.
Dower?
That's a weird
D-
freaking car.
D-A-U-E-R. Yeah.
It's based on a Porsche 962.
Bauer with a duh.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Wait.
it won the race in
Bauer.
1994
Oh, shit.
for Le Mans. Apparently, with some creative rulebook interpretation.
You don't say.
But they took a handful of Porsche 962s, which were a dominant car of Group C, and modified them for street use. It's one of the most extraordinary cars
He's just
to be
reading this.
sold
That's
for the
fine.
streets.
I will let him read this.
No, he must do it by memory.
I actually didn't know about that car until I looked at
The
the list.
smoking
but-
tire dude.
It looks
just
like a
did
fucked up McLaren.
Just did a
Okay,
drive on this.
I do know that car actually from that livery right there.
Oh wait, the
Yes.
shell livery?
Yeah,
Dude, don't we have that car in GT Racing?
I don't think so. I don't think that car is in there.
Are you sure?
Nah, I'm pretty sure.
Word.
that car's in there.
So what were your 3 choices then?
Well, so the
What was the first one?
first one was the Nissan. That
Oh,
was
yes, the R390.
R390.
Yep.
Yeah,
Then-
and then
Solid
the
choice.
CLK GTR, then
GTR, and then this
Okay,
Yep.
you do have a fighting chance for my.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. Well played.
I'm just in my own world here. Some like BMW fans.
All right. So
All right.
now to Joey.
Yeah.
Probably my all-time favorite achievable car.
J-
Evolution Lancer.
Did we get it?
Wow.
Did we get it?
Just took the wind out of his fucking sails.
Joey actually. Oh, dude, I feel bad. I feel bad.
Joey, what is your third and final?
Oh, you didn't even hear me?
No,
No.
I didn't.
Evolution Lancer.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, cool.
The original or
Like which one?
Yeah.
like the
Like
OG.
what
just,
Version
just
is my
the
favorite?
evolution in general?
Yeah.
Just all right. That's
No,
kind
you
of
just-
a vague
we're
one.
gonna
but
show
that's-
off the
that's
one.
anywhere. Just
The original Lancer Evolution.
Yeah, the OG.
The OG then. All right.
The taxi that decided to go.
I mean,
rally
number 5
racing.
is my favorite, but
You mean the one that kicked Takumi's ass?
Shit.
He's all like get better at driving, get a faster car, and then we'll fight.
Yeah.
This dude.
Yeah.
really be
No, it's a
tripping.
solid
yeah,
car.
number
yeah.
5 is
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Lancer was.
Didn't Jackie Chan drive one of those in a movie too?
Hell yeah, he
he
did.
did.
Jackie Chan has driven so many Mitsubishis
He
in
made a
so
body
many
kit for them.
movies.
Well, that's
Jackie
true.
Chan
yeah,
made a body kit for her?
Yeah, he loves the Evo, dude. He's like obsessed with it.
Out of all people, I did not expect Jackie Chan to even come up in this conversation.
You should always expect Jackie Chan to come up in
no,
conversation.
no. I expect Donnie Yen because that's my new dude.
Oh shit! All right, that's another good one.
And Chow
Wow.
Yun Fat. Chow
Yep.
Yun Fat is also my dude.
Word.
Dave,
All
what do
right.
you got for us?
Okay, I'm bringing this up in the realm of mediocrity.
Oh crap! Oh,
I'm not
love it.
I'm not choosing awkward supercars like the rest of you.
What are you doing then? What are you doing? What are you doing then?
We were literally just making fun of this car, the Renault R5 Turbo.
Well, dude, no,
Well-
don't worry. I chose the 205 T16, so we were good.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
listen.
Exactly. Like I'm surprised that
Exactly.
wasn't mentioned. Like we're literally talking about
We're talking
its,
about-
its cousin.
we're talking about French pieces of shit here.
Yeah, I mean, like listen. Any. You could
It's
have chosen.
literally called the car, and then they shoved a transaxle
Le
and a
car.
turbo four-cylinder in the back of it.
There you
Yep.
go.
There you go, kids.
Yeah,
Le car.
The
This
R5
thing-
Turbo 2.
yeah. This thing is insane.
This right here is proof that box flares and a longitudinally mounted turbocharged engine in any placement on the vehicle makes the car immediately better.
Damn right. Damn fucking right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where it's going as long as it's north-south and driving the back end.
It's going somewhere.
Yep.
There you
All
go.
right.
And
That
it looks
is-
so fucking great with a bunch of big-ass rally lights on it.
Well, I mean, it's gotta. So
Yep.
And technically, it has Ferrari pedigree because Le Car,
It does.
Le Ferrari.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
So yeah,
Close
they
enough.
got their naming nomenclature
Le
from
Car, La Ferrari. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
it. Why not?
Yeah.
Exactly.
we'll
it.
work
It was
with
a stretch. I went there. All
It
right.
was a bit. All right.
That's okay. You guys are choosing like COK GTRs and shit, and I'm over here like, how about a French toaster?
Well, Dave.
I did it. You're good.
Hey, man. I'm gonna do you one better, Dave. How about a Beetle?
What?
Oh fuck!
Oh.
Shit, fuck, damn!
Specifically,
Hit us with that sauce.
this Beetle,
Ah,
the Carrera RS 2.7.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Yes, built because the 911S, once the Group 4 regulations came in, it went from being a dominant car to being not so great. So they put a bigger engine, stripped some more weight out of it, and painted them all white. And your options were different color stripes.
So we're done picking, right?
Yeah,
You
we
could
are
have it
done
in
picking.
any color you
So-
wanted as long as it was white.
So
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would the 959 technically
Yeah.
count?
Yeah.
the 959 would have been a
It was
great
built-
choice.
Okay,
It
so
was
the
built for
959
Group B.
was on the well. That's why, and it was on the
Yeah.
top of my list. But I was kind of like, well, they didn't really technically like
Yeah,
it
compete
was-
with it.
It was
so-
done after Group B
Yeah.
disbanded, but it was built for Group
Damn
B.
it. Well,
Right.
see, I was gonna pick that car. That
Like,
was on
would
the
the
list.
E30
for me, but-
M3 also count?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the E30 M3
E30
that
was,
that
yeah.
was literally a DTM car
I
with
know,
carpet
but
and
like
a tape player.
I know,
Like,
but
that's-
it was always still like.
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean the Mercedes, the 190e Evo
Like Evo 2.
is on the list as
some,
well.
Some other non-mentionable
DTM cars.
that would fit more out of the crazy, ridiculous categories would be the Mercedes 190e Cosworth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
2.5,
exactly.
That's
yeah.
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 You know,
And the Ford
shout out to our boy
Yeah.
Dan Chilinsky with
which,
the Cossie.
Yeah, which I'm going to read off Dan's
Chilinsky.
choices here.
Beautiful.
Let's hear it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you sent it? Sweet.
So yeah, he's the only one who gave us some options.
Oh,
Go Dan.
Yep. Let's see. The big ones are as follows: the Mercedes 2.5 16 Evo 1 and 2,
Okay.
the AMG CLK GTR,
Sick.
and also the Plymouth Superbird.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
technically
The
yeah.
Superbird and the Daytona,
Yep.
Charger
Yeah.
Daytona. Yeah, those
Yeah.
were
That's a good
NASCAR.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Beautiful. Oh, the what was it? The Chevrolet Monte Carlo,
Oh yes,
the Aero Deck.
Yeah, the
Or-
Aero Deck Monte
yeah.
Carlo.
Exactly. That was another NASCAR flavor from the
Deck.
80s.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, there it is.
Mm.
So there we go.
Good stuff.
A good draft in the books.
Yes.
And we
Yeah, that was
haven't
pretty good.
and we haven't run the clock too poorly. So that gives us enough time to do one of my favorite things, guys.
Oh.
Oh, I love
hear it.
this.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love this part.
So
Here we go.
we've got these different in here in the shenanigans things. We've got We've got 5 options here.
Oh crap! Here we go.
I know what they are vaguely. You guys don't. So we have 5 options here for stories that we can quickly talk about. We have the masked squatter,
Oh crap!
just what your lazy fat ass needs. Every restaurant has a drive-through. If you try hard enough, Gunned Down in his prime, and the updated version of No One Is Above the Law.
I'm going straight for the every restaurant has a drive-through if you try hard enough. But
Okay.
anybody else can
That's
jump
what
in.
I was gonna vote for that too.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
I mean, I was tossed up between Masked Squatter and No One Is Above the Law. But,
I was thinking
but
fat
you know,
ass and No One
we'll
Above
just
the Law.
we'll just go ahead and hit it right there in the middle.
Okay. Every restaurant is a drive-through if you try hard enough.
Okay.
And let me just jump over to this.
Link that shit.
A Ferrari uses drive-through at a restaurant that doesn't have one.
Okay.
That-
Which
what-
is
what?
Which is
One person was hospitalized with minor injuries after an F-430 driver lost control and crashed into the restaurant Pump in West Hollywood, which is owned by Lisa Vanderpump of Vanderpump Rules fame.
imagine being named Vanderpump.
Yep.
Vanderpump. Damn.
Yep. So,
Uprooted that potted plant.
yep. The restaurant was opened in 2014. Yeah, whatever. It was named America's Sexiest Restaurant, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
That's sexiest restaurant?
Valet parking is available.
But, around the back. But, yeah, just remember, kids, every restaurant has a drive-thru if you try hard enough and believe.
Yeah, well, you have an S15 right
Yes.
there.
All right, guys, I'm gonna need to get this fancy shit to go. Come on, box it up. We got time on the clock here. Let's go.
Unrelated, I need to see my insurance adjuster.
Lies.
The guy who owns this car is really expecting it back, and I need to get back from this lunch
Yeah.
break. Excuse me. So, there we go, gentlemen.
Okay.
Another one in the books?
Another one in the books.
Wow, this was amazing.
Yeah.
This is what we do
Hey,
every
yeah,
week.
Exactly.
250 episodes in the can. And
250. I'm glad to be here for the
250.
250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A number that I would normally make more fanfare over, but
Yeah,
we're,
you
saving it
didn't.
for, we're
What-
saving it for 300.
What the hell, man?
We're saving it for 300.
300?
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Are
Hey.
you gonna do like an opening like reference? Are you gonna have on the soundboard like this is Sparta? And just
Well,
like-
hey, do you remember
do
when
something.
we did the 143rd episode?
138th episode
Yeah, there,
spectacular.
that's it, yeah.
Because
138th?
I lost
or was it
count.
138th or 39th?
138th episode
There it is.
spectacular.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that spectacular. That shit was hilarious.
That was. Well, don't worry.
We do things like that.
Because sometimes some of us lose count. Mainly
mean-
this guy.
And
Yeah.
we also like Simpsons references.
Damn
like
right.
This guy.
Yeah.
Hey.
And then you have like just random
mints.
stuff. This man.
Anyway.
Mints.
Yep.
Duff man.
So,
Yes.
guys, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Oh,
Glad we could
absolutely.
accommodate.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you for having us on. It was
Yeah,
great.
no problem. One more time, let people know where they can find you on the wider internet and where they can find you in real life.
Shugenja Racing. It's SHUGENJA Racing. We're on Facebook, Instagram, or you can find us down the street from Rally Sport Direct off of 201 Highway.
There we go.
Oh yes.
All right, and now we're going to go ahead and do all this closing stuff. So thank you, everybody, for watching and primarily listening, because
Yes,
that is just
yes.
what happens. You can go ahead and support our cheeky shenanigans on Patreon, patreon.com/CamAutomag. Any dollar amount is appreciated, but $5 is the one that gives you the best bang for your buck. It gets you access to our Super Secret Shenanigans Facebook group. It allows you to watch us record the podcast every Monday night.
Oh yes.
Get you the podcast a day early. Sometimes, too, if I'm feeling cheeky.
Really, if he really is feeling that like a cheeky monkey.
Exactly.
Yes.
So there is that. This podcast, speaking of, is available wherever you get your podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. Like, rate, review, subscribe, share with your friends.
Yep.
Lock them in the back of a box truck with a Bluetooth speaker. Make them listen to all 250. See what comes out the other end.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen.
Can we substitute the box truck for a bus?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Hold up. And remember,
Dave's
ladies and
intrigued
gentlemen,
by the bus.
if you want to spread the word about Camcast or Cam Automag, please do so. Go to your friends, go to your family, go to your ma, go to your grandpa, go to your dog, and just say, hey, come check this out. Let's watch this. Let's
It's
listen
actually
to this.
it's actually
Let's do stuff.
undocumented fact that dogs do like the Camcast.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that means you should, if you are a person with some sort of moral compass.
I have no reason to distrust a dog's likes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So please come over. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go subscribe to this. Go subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Check out Shugenja Racing. Check out everybody.
Yeah.
It's an extremely amazing thing to do.
God damn, you are one hell of a hype man.
He really is. This
Yes,
is
yes,
We're not
thank
going to
you.
pay you, so slow down.
No.
we give him pizza and beer.
Exactly, pizza and beer. And one last thing I'd like to say before signing off as the Ascendo Samurai. Thank you very much for having me once again.
Yeah, no problem.
And I hope to be back here eventually soon. And also, for this next event, I'm getting paid by Jordan.
Yeah. There we go. That's the come up right there.
You should be.
I should be. But I'll send you guys with the best intentions.
Uh,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I've been the Sen Samurai.
Damn.
What if I want you to send me with the worst intentions?
Well, don't worry. He's going to send us off when we
Upload
finally
right
actually
there.
set. Once we finally
once,
sign off.
once it's actually time to send off,
Yeah.
then
We
you
got a
can
couple.
send us
We got a
off.
couple more things to do.
Never mind. I'm back. Hi.
All right.
He's breaking the champagne onto a boat that's still tied to the dock, ladies and gentlemen.
He's breaking champagne onto
When you're
somebody
talking to an
else's
alcoholic,
boat.
shit happens.
Kid, that's the life raft. We're not sending that one to sea.
Shut up. I'm enjoying my drink.
And the
That's-
broken bottle just poked a hole in it, all right?
That's Gary's boat. He's
Make-
not done painting it.
Make fun of me all you want. I know that you poke a hole behind a raft and make that shit go faster.
Damn.
I've seen enough cartoons.
That's some real Scooby-Doo shit right there. What good is a flat lifeboat?
dude, it's amazing because you just pretend like
Man.
you get under it and pretend you're paragliding under the sea.
Real quick, support our sponsor, Steady Broke Clothing. SteadyBroke.com. Use coupon code CAMAUTO15 to checkout. Because you're broke doesn't mean you can't live your dreams. Steady Broke. Real quick, buy our stuff. CamAutoswag.com.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's where you go to get the stuff. Look at Trent. Hold on.
Kama Auto Swag.
Yep, hold on.
That manly beard's in the way.
Yeah, look at Trent.
Check it out. Kama Auto Swag, best in class.
He's wearing the shirt.
That's right.
We got other shirts. We got the Fly Cam Am. And then, hold on, I want to pull up possibly my greatest achievement in shirt design ever.
Which one?
Oh, you're going to see it in a minute. Dave knows what's coming.
I know what's coming.
Of course, Dave knows what's
It
coming.
is the I Signed the Waiver shirt featuring this dude who signed the waiver. To
I
do
signed the
Olympic-
waiver, and then I died in Trent's basement.
Yup.
Can I just have the Fierro boom
I had to
shirt?
replace the toilet.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the carpet.
And the carpet, yes.
Yeah.
For that matter.
So there we go. That's over at Cam.
And the roommate.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ugh.
It's all right.
Oh.
right over at Cam
He,
Auto
he brought
Swag.
you in, so.
Dumped him unceremoniously on the floor.
You're right.
Because we couldn't get him up on the bed.
Didn't even take me down like the normal like carpeted hallway. Threw me in from the basement, the side door.
Yep.
Sounds
Yep.
like tons of fun.
Oh man.
Hey, man.
Gave me an ulcer.
That's
But
how
the
it worked.
stories. The stories.
It lives on.
Once again, all those goodies
Yep.
and more on Cam Auto Swag. Go check it out so that way you can be dripping in the goodness.
Oh, yes. We are at Cam Automag on all the social medias, camautomag.com on the wider internet.
Promotion.
We got a YouTube channel, Cam Automag. We got some fun stuff on there.
I wrote an article recently.
Yes, you did. I looked
What?
Yeah.
a $30,000 check, the much anticipated review or return of our
Yeah, only
segment.
8 years.
Something like that.
7.5 years in
Something like
between
that. Yep.
articles. Yeah.
$30,000 check. What would you buy for 30 grand? Trent chose a Maserati, and I look forward to us going on a terrible road trip and breaking down in that
So
thing.
$6,000
Sorry, you said
Maserati and
$24,000 in repairs.
exactly.
Yep.
This
God
isn't a bi-turbo,
damn.
all right?
There it is.
All right. So it's a quadruporte.
Damn.
It's a quadruporte.
Gran
You chose
Turismo.
the wrong thing.
Got
Oh.
it.
There it is. All right, guys. For episode
Yeah.
250 of the Camcast, I have been Mike.
I've been Trent.
I've been the Sand Samurai!
This is Tyler from Shugenja.
Joey from Shugenja.
I deep-throated a creamy once.
Yes, you did. All right, folks. Bye.